super scientists, and welcome to Science is Everywhere at the beach. And here I have a really cool object that is really kind of a model of our DNA. And these are the cells that make up our body, okay? And they say something really interesting, okay? Our DNA can stretch from Earth to the moon and back 600 times. Can you believe it? This is just a small model. Isn't this cool? And what makes it change shape? It's the force. If I do it upside down, it won't work. But it works this way. So does gravity have anything to do with it? Very interesting. I love science because it's so exciting. Well, I've got some cool things to talk to you about. Let's look out here to the Gulf, okay? And let's see if you can hear the noise of the waves. How are the waves forming? What makes them different sizes? It's the wind. Without wind, we wouldn't have the waves. So the wind is really very, very responsible for it. Then there's a different tide. We have a full moon now. So the tide's going to be a little higher, okay, than normal. So really cool things here at the beach. I call the beach the wonders of science because everything is matter. What's the matter with you? Everything is matter. It's a solid, it's a liquid, it's a gas. It's all around us. And what better place than the beach? Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about the sand that's on the beach, okay? And, well, I have a cup of sand here. And I always ask my students, all objects are either a liquid, a solid, or a gas. Or all three. Okay? Well, I can pour a liquid. Woo! Am I pouring this? Wait a minute. Is this a liquid? I can pour it. And a liquid takes the shape of the container. Is that a liquid? Whoa, we just can't believe that this would be a liquid. Well, boys and girls, super scientists, it's not a liquid. It's solid. And how do we know that? Well, because the little tiny grains, let's see if we can focus, little tiny grains, each one of those is a little tiny piece of rock, shells, animal bones, okay? All kind of pulverized into little tiny crystals. And in the beach has salt. So in here we also have, guess what? Salt crystals. I have a microscope, kind of, a scope, that we can look down in it and we can see objects a little bit larger. It's not a microscope. It's a little two-way scope. It's pretty cool to get. It's, if you ever find one of these at the store, it's really a cool thing to have around. So if I look through here, I can kind of see little tiny crystals of the object, and in there I have part of a sand dollar. And it's really cool. It's got little bumps on it, okay? So let's see if the camera can kind of focus on that. Let's see if it can do it. And you see it magnifies it, not as much as a microscope, but it does give us an idea of all the little crevices and little bumps. Isn't that cool? I love to find objects in the beach that are broken, like shells. And do you know that every shell that you find once had an animal living in it? I find so many shells. I'm going to open this up and I want you to take a look at inside. Look at all those crevices. See those little holes? Wow. So cool. And this is very old. Not a fossil. Not a fossil. All right. And then I want to talk about sounds. We hear the waves. The waves are rolling in and crashing on the ground. And we hear that sound. Well, here's another cool sound. How is that made? It's really a pretty cool thing. And the object inside is making that sound because it is rubbing against the wall. And this is plastic. And it's making that sound. Isn't that cool? Now look at the ends. It's got an opening on one end, but no opening on the other end. So is that how we hear the sound? Yes. Different sound, isn't it? Look. Isn't that cool? All right. And then we have movements. The waves are crashing. The wind's pushing the waves. Well, look at this little gadget. How is this working? Well, believe it or not, it's working through gravity. And it's balancing. Isn't this cool? I love this toy. Some of these toys were invented in space. They took them, they made them up and see how it works with no gravity. Okay, so a lot of these toys were done with that. Here's another really cool thing. This is an optical illusion and it's a little disc. You can make these at home and you draw a circle and it's got to be kind of even between the lines. Okay, and so then when I put it down, it's got a little pointer and I turn it. There we go. Look at how cool. Now if you make those lines different colors, what would happen? Would you see one color or would you see all the colors? Those are some of the things I want you to investigate with Science is Everywhere. I hope that you're having a great summer. I am kind of a crazy scientist because I love science. It's everywhere. Have a great rest of the summer. Do great in school this year. Maybe I'll come out to see some of the schools in Hillsborough County. So have a wonderful time. And remember, science is everywhere. And Miss Rotolo is somewhere.